So, yeah, dealing with people is probably very hard because you do have some people that you just, some people just are having a really bad day and they don't really know, and you're an easy target. Some people, you serve them and they think like you're a nobody, and they treat you like a nobody and they talk down to you. Some people, you speak to them or their families and they get jealous. Some people are very jealous. You can see it in their face. It could be because you're just talking to their husband or something. Some people can think that you're somebody or you're rich or something and they just get jealous. And some people, they mistaken your anxiety for snobbiness. I get a lot of anxiety, and a lot of people are like, what is wrong with her? I'm just scared. Like one time, 3 ladies came in. They all worked locally here in one of the offices at Amadler Hoffler. And it's a really big company, and it's a great company. Maybe they didn't work for them. Maybe they just worked in the building. But anyway, they worked somewhere there, and they came in, and one lady came in, and she's like, hi, and I was having a bit of a panic attack, but I never tell people, hey, I'm having a panic attack, do you mind? If I'm acting a little weird, do you mind? So instead, I just, just don't say anything. I just say hi. And I guess my energy feels off or something, my vibe. And one lady said that, I was not being respectful, or I wasn't nice or greeting, or I was racist, and I didn't really understand that, because I'm like, I see girls dressed up to the nines in their office suits as like more intimidating to me than what they are of me. But, I guess I learned that day that I'm seen as very intimidating to even office workers that really have a great life. Like, they sit down and they are in the office and they get to wear beautiful suits, and they get to wear their hair down, and they get to put on makeup and do their nails. And I guess I'm intimidating. So, yeah, people are intimidated by you. I didn't know that. And my partner would always say, you're very intimidating to people, because they, they see this like, wow. And I'm like, really? And I'm not even joking. I think for the first 6 years, I was like, maybe 7 years. I was like, really? Because I didn't see myself as anything. I didn't. I just see myself as like a worker, a server, that has a creative side and doesn't mind the stress of business. So that's really hard to deal with. And I talk about dealing with Karens in another video, but that's a negative for sure. And people who threaten you. It's not a Karen, it's just very aggressive haters. People who threaten you, there's only one way to deal with them, and that is strict, quick, and very little. Tell them to get out, leave. You call the police if you have to. Leave yourself if you have to. And record everything. Keep everything on record. Save your records of any hostility, people. Always do that, because some people are just crazy. They just have some like demon energy hanging out, and from all the trauma they've created for themselves or they've had, and they think it's acceptable to bully people and threaten people, and it's really nasty, or scream at people. Like, whoa, I don't get paid enough for this. Like, help. So limit and don't put up with it. Just leave. Don't fight back. Just leave. Leave. Just physically leave the store and call the police. If someone is threatening you, acting any kind of way, feeling like it's hostile just physically leave. You have a camera. If they steal anything, they're going to jail. If they damage your property, they're going to jail. Nothing is worth it, just leave. If someone legally threatens you, keep a record on it. And it's very hard to really come after someone legally. You have to have some money, and you have to have some real serious cause and probable cause, and it's very hard to ascertain. So make sure you cover yourself. We're going to talk about that in another video, about how to protect yourself from opportunists, or maybe some things that actually have happened that are misfortunate. Another negative is sometimes you're really tired and you don't want to come in, and you're having a breakdown, you're breaking up with someone, you're not getting along with family. Sometimes your child's really sick. Sometimes you just need a break. Sometimes you're moving, and it's really hard to maneuver and just take time off. Some people I've worked for 10 years, over 10 years at the store, and sometimes I'm tired. I just want to take a break, and I can't. If I take a month off or a week off, it's hard. Even when I take my 2 weeks annual, vacation time off, that boots me up the butt too, because it's very slow after. People don't know when you're coming back, that you're gone, you're closed. So that can be very tough. So maneuvering your free time and just taking time off is really tough. Especially if you have serious health issues, or you have anxiety or things like that, or your child's sick or something. That's really tough. The way I do it is I just take it off and just write a note on the door. I mean, I am a small business. I very rarely do that. The only time I ever take real off is in my 2 weeks. But if I go away on vacation or just stay home and, do nothing, is my business. I just tell people I'm going away. But sometimes I just want to do nothing. Usually I am going away, but sometimes I just want to do nothing. And just be at my house and do nothing. And just catch up with house and life. The other negative thing about it is stress. I would say up there is stress. The stress of running a business, of always showing up. You gotta pay taxes. It's not one tax on food business. It's your meals tax, your sales tax. It's your litter tax. It's if you deal with any kind of alcohol. I would not deal with alcohol having this kind of environment. Do not deal with it. It's a whole different ball game. But I'm sure it's your ABC liquor tax or whatever. So it's the taxes. And then you got your annual tax. And then you got your employee withdrawal tax if you are an entity that runs through the company. Like a corporation. I think I'm a C Corp. Yeah, I'm a C Corp. And which means I run through the company. I'm a W-2, so I have to pay myself. I'm not the company, I work for the company. I'm not like an LLC. I don't behave like an LLC where the money comes in, I pay my bills, whatever's left over is my income. I am W-2, so I'm an employee. I get benefits like an employee. But the truth is I don't, because I'm a small business. And small business, unless you're doing really well, you don't get like retirement, you don't get health benefits. Now, one thing you can do is you can get health benefits. You pay it by yourself, and then you give the company. You have to write it in your shareholder items. You have to do that, or you have to add it in as an amendment to your shareholder items. But you can pay yourself. Insurance, I didn't have insurance for the first 7 years. And then I had it for a year. And insurance is an absolute scam. But if you're paying employees, whatever you get, they have to get. So you're not better than them. because you're the boss. Whatever you offer yourself, they offer. So even with the setup of the MERP, MERP, it's a MERP, an account you have to set up in a journal. Your account will do that. You do have to, just every time it could be like you went and got like vitamins or paid a therapist or went and got health insurance. Your health insurance is $300 a month for you, or $400 or $500 a month for you and your family. Then you give the bill to the company and it writes you a check. And you have up to whatever, so just say I can spend up to $5,000 a year. So if I can spend up to $5,000 a year, they can spend up to $5,000. They may have health insurance and they may use your $5,000 to have as like buying supplements, anything that is for their health is paid off by the MERP account. So that's the one phenomenal thing about having a small business. But I didn't utilize that because I didn't know, so I didn't have health insurance for ever. And then when I did have it, because I had headaches and I wanted to see the doctor, they basically told me I needed mammograms, vagina checks, whatever they're called, pap smears. And from my personal life and experience, I don't want those, but you do whatever's good for you. It's just, I didn't want to end up being $7,000 for everything a year for me. I don't make that much. If I'm making 50 grand and, 15 is to taxes, 50 grand, 15 to taxes, 35, 7 to health. What am I eating with? What am I paying my bills with? Like, go for a walk, eat fruit and veggies, keep meditate. I don't know, that suits me better. I'm more into the natural healing than, getting mammograms, and all that scares me, and I don't really want to do that. But I had something that I had to get. I had like a bladder thing because I had a child, and I was big, and I got big, and I needed to see someone. I needed to see a therapist, and therapy, where you go and do exercises and stuff to, tighten you up and make you all younger. So I did that, and I realized I could just go online and do it all for free. But you don't know. How do you know you're not going to die of something? So, I like just going to the local doctor if I need to. Just not my local doctor. I don't have a personal doctor. I don't have insurance. So that's the negative thing about business, and there's a positive thing. So you're more in control, but another negative thing about business, I think, is being an entrepreneur, having a store, is the stress. You have sheer stress. It could just be dealing with someone difficult really shakes you up. I'm what you call like an empath, or I'm very sensitive. I've had a lot of, misfortune in my life when I was younger, and so I'm very sensitive. I'm very fragile, and I'm a go-getter, but I'm also like a little pussycat, like a little scared little chicken. So, I don't really want to confront people and stuff. I don't want to be a bitch. I don't want to be direct. I don't want to be all those things. I just want to just be me. Just be me. And I just want you to come by and toodaloo, toodaloo. I don't want to hang out. I don't want to make friends. I don't want anything. I don't want to be bullied. I don't want to be bothered. I don't want you to yell at me or tell me that my stuff isn't good. How offensive. People are so offensive. They'll eat something. Oh, I don't like these macarons. What are you talking about? Are you normal? Like, why would you say that to the person who's made it? Like, do you have any grace? Do you have any class? Isn't that strange?